Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. Going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters and batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Complete to Newsom. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Switch. Touch 50.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Third and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Mike Singletary providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Sean Taylor.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Jackson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Jackson. And a pressure gets to him again. Jason Taylor, he's the one to get him. This time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Vic. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. You don't see this after the quarterback of his caliber. 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. Looking sideline, incomplete. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
95.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to sling this deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff. that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson to the right side and complete to Thomas. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, open man, that's Ozzie Newsome. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Ozzie Newsome from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Jeremy Chin picks it up, and the Jags are right back in this football game. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. Randy Moss, 48 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Wilson now off the bootleg. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Fielded just inside the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game. Probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They run on first down with Jackson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Jackson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They'll run here with Bo. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw on 2nd and 6. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down, Thomas, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They run with Thomas. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big pickup there on the run. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, it's Thomas. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now Jackson on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The first down screen pass, good for 5. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Thomas. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from